Yo, this is some freaking insane stuff, man. Oh wait, hold on. Try it quick. So, because it should be able to, having the mic on and stuff like that. So, for you guys to hear me, I hope. Because this is my first time trying it with a live stream. So hopefully it works. If not, we shall see. But yeah, listen. I woke up yesterday, right? 'Cause first of all, I'm terrible at this YouTube stuff, right? I'm terrible at this YouTube stuff. I'm always working, so by the time I'm done working and stuff like that, I have to video editing stuff, and I don't do live stream that often. So yeah, and I can't complain that my channel is not growing because I haven't put in the effort that is required for my channel to grow. Because this is like a full-time job, man. If you really have to take advantage of becoming a YouTuber, you have to put in the work. You really have to put in the work, right? Because it's like, yeah, you could play with the algorithm all you want and all that stuff because algorithms are always changing, right? There's always, you gotta be consistent, you gotta be relevant, and it's not an easy feat or category, right? To fit in, because you can be a reaction channel, you can be a gossip channel, you can be a red pill channel, and YouTube have to find a way to fit you in one. And for me, it's hard for me to just stay to just politics or cultural stuff or whatnot, because I talk about a lot of things. I'm not just one track minded type of person. But yeah, yesterday, and then I'm hearing like Iran's getting bent over, getting spanked by the U.S. and Israel. I'm like, damn, again? Because it's not the first time. It's not the first time that they just bend over Iran and just have, right? And it's like, listen, no, if you don't really live in that country, or you just going by the news media or whatnot, you don't really know what's going on, right? To some people, it's a very oppressive regime. People are getting murdered all the time, and so on and so forth, right? It's a dictatorship, right? Which it may be true. Actually, no, I believe it is true. But then again, you also have a whole bunch of people crying over the Ayatollah passing away, or not passing away. They just took that dude out, right? They just took him out. So in every situation, you hate government, and you're gonna really like your government. I'm pretty sure right now, as popular as Trump is, for the most part, he's also very unpopular. So, like, look how many people celebrated the fact that he almost got, right? So to a lot of people, like, Trump is the worst thing that ever happened on this planet, right? Never mind Bush, never mind Obama, never mind all the other people that come before him, but Trump is the worst thing that ever happened, right? So, but to some other people, Trump is one of the best presidents out here, right? My whole LGBTQ stuff, all these, programs. Therefore, it doesn't take much for them to actually, take you out. There's, like, I've seen pictures of women the thing of the election was like, if it wasn't for me, I started no new war. No, I started no new war. No new war. Come on, nigga. Like, new war. Come on, nigga. Like, I mean, your wars don't last. They're gonna drag us into some war again, and then we're gonna have like American soldiers coming back in body bags. So people don't want that, and I understand, right? And I like, if let's say there is there's an economic incentive, and because it's construed, right? Because if you look at it from a perspective, The U.S. like to say, we do regime change, we're gonna help people, blah blah blah, right? That's bullshit, right? Because we said that when it comes to when we had to get Gaddafi out of there. Now there's like slave trades in Libya, right? Thanks to Obama. And we said the same thing when it comes to what was his name? The one in Iraq, right? We said the same thing. Oh, we're gonna free the Iraqi people, blah blah blah. He had a weapon of mass destruction. Thank you, Bush. And then now, I'm not sure. I don't know what's the state of Iraq right now, but Iraq got pretty torn up for a while, right? And it cost us trillions of dollars. Like Halliburton and all these other arm companies, they made a lot of money, but people suffer. The financial system collapsed in 2009, in 2008, and all that stuff. So yeah. However, this orange man find a way to actually make the fight last quickly. Like, he doesn't stick around. He's the type of dude. He talking shit, actually, now sit your ass down, let's negotiate, let's talk. I think the reason why it was so bad before is because like these version of democracy over there, right? And it's like, Trump is not, hey, can I do business with you? Okay, cool. Now we're in business. Are you being persecuted, killing your people, all that stuff and everything like that? Then you know what? I can't do business with you. It will take him a while before he actually, deploy them troops. And when he does, he just does it real quick. Bah, bah, 1, 2, I'm out. Right? They're just, U.S. and type of what they're gonna do. All I've seen in Twitter is what they're gonna do. All I've seen in Twitter is you have a lot of people celebrating the death of the Ayatollah, as much as you have some people that are actually mourning the death of the dictator, right? So then, who do you side with? With me, I can't side with people that was like, oppressing, like, them girls over there, like doing a whole bunch of travesty towards them. I'm not talking about like fake oppression that we have in America, execution style, right? That's a whole different type of ball game, right? That's not pretending over there. Like all the crap that we're pulling over here on our police force, very good. You do not, like, real dictatorship, you do not try the BS that we see in the United States. None of those like fake protests, those fake at each church and all that stuff. And as soon as arrest you and they all of a sudden you start staging on the 11. Real protest, right? So then now, when is it okay for the U.S. to get involved, right? Because for the past month or so, they were just killing protesters left and right. I'm talking about like in Ireland. They were just executing protesters left and right. In that people are getting killed, right? And you might say that, well, people get killed all the time all over the world, right? There's so many dictatorship going on. Why should we get involved, right? So then the moral outrage is out of the question. You can't just come out here and try to convince people that you're doing this to free their. There's economic incentive. As much as the people of Iran benefit from the overthrow, from the regime change, right? But at the end of the day, America only doing it because of American interest, right? Because what was the new Russia, India, China, and then plus some other countries and stuff like that, right? So they created this new currency right after the Ukraine and Russian war, right? And you have so the taking over, well, the regime change in Iran benefits the U.S. and it also takes away a key ally from Russia and China, right? Because that was like one of the main pillar of this whole axis, right? You have Russia and China, right? And the U.S. cannot confront them like a hot war. The U.S. cannot do a hot war with Russia or China, right? And nor should they, because let's face it, those big superpower come to blow, then things get messy. So then what do? You chip away at the system. You chip away little by little, right? Boom, you take away Venezuela, because Venezuela was actually, providing them a lot of crude oil and ship them over there. So that benefit Russia, that benefit China as well, because China don't really have any like oil deposit. Most of their oil deposit comes from the Middle East, and at some point was coming from Venezuela, right? Boom. So you take away one of the key players. So then now your resources, Trump is like, take that shit. Nigga, I stole that shit. Right? So then nothing happened. No retaliation from China, no retaliation from Russia. All you have is like, people no. These were not illegal strikes. Call it documented strikes. So, all right. So you took away Venezuela, right? Boom. So now, so that put pressure on China and Russia, because now that's oil that could have gone to them anymore. Yeah, you may say that, okay, Russia have gas, you have oil. So there's like level to this. So there might not be enough for Russia to do what he needs to do, right? So there's a trade imbalance. And then when it comes to India already don't fuck with China like this, right? Because they're always having conflicts in their border and whatnot, right? So all Trump did was like, yo, you want to have a good deal with the United States, then you better stop fucking with Russia. Like, you better stop fucking with China like this in Russia, right? So then India kind of back up a little bit. All right, good. So now that left Syria, Iran, and Russia, China, and then plus some other, Hamas, which they don't count, right? So then now U.S. is like, all right, okay, good. Boom. They took out Syria as well. Well, Syria was actually before Venezuela. So they took out Syria, right? So now you have Iran is like, fuck. Yo, these motherfuckers fucking with me, man. I need to get me a nuclear weapon or something like that, because these motherfuckers cannot fuck with me like that, blah, 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 right? Boom, strike on Iran. So imagine as a leader, right? You have no idea when your turn is coming up next. That must be some high pressure shit. It's like all the crap you talking about, like, yo, US, you touch me, nigga, yo, you touch me, yo, I'm gonna bomb everybody. And US like, all right, cool. I see you. I see what you're doing there. All right, I got you. Boom! Like, all of a sudden, like, you talking shit now, he just eliminates your ass. Like, what the can you do? This is so crazy shit, man. This is nuts. So then now Iran's out of the picture. The snake, the box was shaking about everything like that, right? But niggas done. So now what? That leaves Russia and China. Yeah. So all that support system that was going on with the war, the war, Russia pretty much stuck now in Ukraine, because the war is not going as well as it was prior, because all of their resources is slowly being chipped away. The Ukrainian found a way to actually use drones to keep Russia at bay, to keep them secluded, so they cannot really make any advance, right? So all their territory that they have gained from Ukraine, so now to be able to control all those territory as well. And the reason why Ukraine refused the peace deal is because they try to chip back their territory that they gained, right? And Russia cannot make any more advance. So they're stuck. They're stuck, right? And so they're stuck. They cannot help their ally. As an ally of Russia, you're wasting can't come and help you, right? And Putin is stuck over there, and China, China was hoping that, hey, if the war with Ukraine goes pretty well, then that would be the signal for us to actually invade, to invade Taiwan, invade China, in order for you to actually, have them, buckle down on their knees. Any oil without any of their supplies and all that stuff that can get cut off anytime, then they can't have a successful military. Like, this whole shit is just like chess piece to me, man. It's so, I love seeing, I like analyzing it, even though I'm just some old guy in my truck now. Just, it is very fascinating. So to actually see how these things go on. All I know is a dictator got taken out, and wins Russia, that weakens China. It strengthened the United States position when it comes to the global stage. And hopefully we don't have to put any boots on the ground. If we can resolve this without having any US troops occupying Iran, I think it will be for the best. And Trump is someone that put boots on the ground. The type of person that strikes, all right, whoever's in charge, whoever's left in charge with Iran, then they're going to come to the negotiating table. And then to actually slowly, to do Venezuela, right? Because as you can see, he took out Maduro, but he didn't take out the rest of the regime. He just be like, all right, now you're going to negotiate with me. And then we're going to have fair elections, blah, 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 so on and so forth. I think it's a better way to do that instead of having boots on the ground and your forces exposed to the element where your enemy can blend in with the population in order to strike you, right? Because that's a lot more messy. That's what happened in Iraq. That's what happened in Afghanistan.